Have you ever seen bullying in person? What about on the internet, where an action known as cyberbullying takes place?
Cyberbullying is the act of bullying someone through digital methods, such as social media and messaging services.
Cyberbullying usually starts online and spreads rapidly, but oftentimes spreads to real life as well.
A dangerous aspect of cyberbullying was that schools in the state of Texas were formerly unable to investigate cyberbullying instances, but this is no longer due to the case of David's Law.
David's Law, also known as Senate Bill 179, is a Texas law that aims to prevent and combat bullying and cyberbullying in schools. David's Law went into effect on September 1st, 2017.
This law allows schools to combat and prevent cyberbullying by allowing them to investigate and address off-campus cyber-assisted bullying, if it materially affects the school environment.
David's Law requires school districts to include cyberbullying in their district policies regarding bullying, and notify a child's parents if he or she is an alleged aggressor of bullying.
David's Law classifies cyberbullying as a misdemeanor offense, which can result in fines and jail time.
The law was named after David Mullock, a 16-year-old student from San Antonio who sadly committed suicide after being cyberbullied. The bill has drastically reduced suicide rates since its introduction. We've interviewed faculty members of Rapoport Academy Public School regarding bullying and cyberbullying.
Here's what they have to say.
Bullying to me is actions that make another person feel intimidated or threatened, makes them feel unsafe.
It's a real problem. I think sometimes it's can be confused with just being mean, but bullying has real, true legal definitions that have to do with that power imbalance.
Bullying is when you try to either physically or emotionally take advantage of a situation.
Like sometimes jokes go a little too far, and that can be pretty harsh as well.
To me, bullying is when often a person who has like a higher popularity standing, tries to take down another person's reputation or just their self-esteem.
Cyberbullying is just like verbal bullying. It just takes place on electronic devices.
Some people were not the best players on the volleyball team, and so some people were talking about others behind their back, and it kind of just really got to some of the players, so they didn't do as well as they could have because they knew people were talking about them, and so they felt bad.
It can affect people mentally and emotionally, because trauma from stuff like that, in extreme cases, can mess with someone's life for years, if not the entirety of their lifetime.
They will do things to put themselves in danger or act out because of this bullying that makes them feel so bad about themselves. And they'll try to be somebody that they're not just because of somebody making fun of them for who they are.
Trying to kind of use, a lot of times social media is a big place for this. They use an online platform in order to make somebody else feel less than. And usually they do that to try to put somebody else's information out there for others. And so again, that power imbalance of multiple people against one really is where I see that a lot. And a lot of those social media situations happen outside of school, but they have really big impacts on what happens in school. And when they impact school, the school has to get involved.
David's Law requires schools to develop a system for anonymously reporting bullying and threats.
All Rapoport Academy campuses use the Stop It application for this. The website URL is appweb.stopitsolutions.com.